What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. For me, game time has already started. It's already started. I'm here actually. We haven't done much, really, since the end of the season last year, since the Super Bowl. So my outdoor kitchen's been sitting out here and things, getting a little dirty and things. So I'm here. Look at my griddle over there. I'm curing it. I went ahead, I got my nice grill scraper, I've scraped all the stuff off of it, I've heated it up, I've hit it with some some water and steamed it all off, and now I'm curing it with grapeseed oil. Now, I gotta tell you, we got a little bit on Dak Prescott situation, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Here's the thing. I can remember the first grill that I bought when I was here. It was like a $150 grill from Home Depot. It was really, really thin-walled and stuff, and it lasted. I mean, it cooked stuff. It cooked stuff and things. I mean, it wasn't great, but it kind of did the job. And I thought I had something good until I bought this guy 4 years ago. This one wasn't $159. This thing, you can find this grill. This is the Weber Genesis. They have new Genesis ones now where the handles are a little bit different. I bought this one from Ace Hardware that's down there in Waynesboro, and it was the end of the season, so it was like $150 off. So I think I got it for like $700, which is a lot. It's a lot, but I'm going to tell you, it's been out here for 4 years since I've had it. And take a look at this. Look at that Cowboys blue right there. Look at that. You see that? This thing is solid as a rock. The top is heavy, and look at that griddle. That's the original griddle right there. I just went ahead and, sprayed some griddle cleaner and stuff on there, brushed it, heated it up real good, and then put the linseed oil on there. Man, that thing's ready to go. This ain't gonna be here for another, 5-10 years at least. In fact, I'm thinking about getting one like this if I can get my pennies together, and I'm hoping it'll go on sale, Ace Hardware, so I'll buy one. I'm cheap. No, I'm not cheap, I'm frugal. I just don't want to pay more than I have to. Now, this one over here, I bought this one just before the FedEx game. Rest its soul, it's no longer FedEx Field, it's now Northwestern. I bought this one before we did the tailgate at the end of the year. Okay? At the end of the year. So, here's the thing. This one is 36 inches and it has a top on it. So, what we can do with this one that we couldn't do with the other one, we couldn't put the top down and keep stuff off of it. But we also couldn't get the whole 3-foot sub on here. Now, as long as it's 3 foot, although we can go diagonally, we can get that whole thing on here. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a Reuben sub. That whole mother humper is going to be on there. That whole thing is going to be able to be on there, grilling. And it's going to be ready for David Wiley. And I say all this because you kind of get what, for the most part, you get what you pay for. And when you really want to do something like this thing right here, will get up to 700 degrees. And you put a steak on there at 700 degrees, that shit is going to lock in all the juices. You couldn't do that with the $159 one. It just wouldn't get that hot. Or if it did, it might burn the place down. And I was replacing the burners, it seemed like every year, because they rusted out. This thing gets hot. This thing, I bought it when it was on sale at the end of the season. Now, Dak Prescott, basically he said, I'm trying to run a business here. He says that this negotiations, it's not personal. It's not personal at all. He's running this because this is, this is mine and my kids and my future generations' money. Oh, by the way, I like David. You see what I did for you, David? Although I hope you don't hit your head on here. I put lights around out here. So so that way when we're grilling out here, you can see what the food looks like in it's dark. Because it's starting to get dark early. It's starting to, it is. So we want to be able to see what we're doing. Oh, and mind you too, here's the other thing we got too. Look, I got to finish cleaning it. But this Bayou, man, I've had this thing for about 7 years. There's probably been 600 pounds of chicken wings at least cooked in that sucker. And that sucker is still going and will go long and strong. I need one of those down at the Red Brick House. But anyway, What you all have to understand, and Dak Prescott understands it too, probably understands it about you fans as well, that it's nothing personal with how you feel about Dak Prescott. It's business. It is business, and that's just the way it is. So, Dak Prescott, we don't know if they're going to get this deal done before the game tomorrow. They got less than 24 hours. Apparently, they're burning the midnight oil. They're trying to get it done, and we'll see if they actually get it done. I'm hoping that they do. I hope that they do, but, it's no guarantee that they do. If they do, great. It's a wonderful thing. If they don't, well, they just don't. I would like to, personally, I know people will say that you are a Dak Prescott, you don't care about the Cowboys. No, here's the thing. Shout out to having my old channel back. It's true. Dak Prescott was what made this channel grow. From originally. Seriously. Without Dak Prescott and the things I said about Dak Prescott, nobody would have noticed me, at least not for a while. And so I'm forever grateful for having Dak Prescott. I'm even more grateful that I was right about him when I said the week after the Senior Bowl that this guy is the guy the Cowboys should get. Now, as Stephen A. Smith will say, even a broke clock is right twice a day, so I guess I'm a broke clock at least. But I hope that the Cowboys can get this thing done, get it in the rearview mirror, and we can finally move on to hopefully just playing football and trying to be the best team that we can be. After watching those games last night, seeing who everybody talks about is the greatest quarterbacks, before Jordan Love got hurt, he was not looking good. Let's be clear here. I don't know if the field was bothering him. I don't know if his ankle, his calf was bothering him. He had cramps. But in the end, they had the same field, same conditions on both sides. And you have to perform. And I'm beginning to believe that people, when they're on the stage against the Cowboys, that they just perform a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better when it's the Cowboys. Oh, that's getting good, people. It's getting good. And I think that becomes part of the problem for us is people always look so good against us because they've got that little extra incentive that if I do well against those guys, people don't notice. After seeing both those two teams yesterday, I ain't scared, bro. I ain't scared, bro. In football, it's really about who gets hot at the right time. And that's the bottom line. I can't wait for tomorrow, man. All right, good people. I gotta make a run to Home Depot and get some screws for the TV for mounting the bigger TV. I may not go to sleep tonight. Peace.